lovely people. How's it going, buddy? Hey, buddy and butters. What's crackin'? How's it going, buddy? Hey, it's me. Something struck me. You know, lately, my videos, I've been wondering, hey, where's the inspiration, you know? Where does it come from? What do I need to do to conjure this inspiration? But that hasn't held me back too much because I remember what my professor and my friend at this point taught me, is that you simply have to go on with life and not try to force it, and it'll come to you. And yes, sounds simple, sounds banal, sounds tried, sounds platitudinous, but it's true. And my professor, my friend, would tell it with more spice, with more hip and pip in his step. He would say that finally, after he decided to, relax and maybe look out the window, his poem would be like, "Hey, stupid, hey, look at me." Okay, now I'm straight up stealing from his routine, and his name's Don, by the way. And if you want to know exactly which Don, you got to read my books. But anyway, it occurred to me what paranoia is. Now, wow, this is more life is more weaved together, or art or thought is more weaved together than I thought, because earlier today it was mentioned that I was paranoid by someone very dear to me. She said, "Oh, you're paranoid," and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of am." Now, 4 hours later, when I'm in the midst of doing something else and I'm working on something. Not this video, I was working on something. I was working on something when it struck me what paranoia, not exactly what it is. I'm going to walk it through. I don't even know what I'm about to tell you, so that's how you know you can trust me. I'm not going into this with a plan. I don't know what I'm going to say, so that means you can trust me 100%. I'm not coming in with anything. I don't have but at the end to give to you. So, paranoia, it struck me, I'll be honest. I'm completing an assessment right now. I'm doing an assessment, and I'm on the computer and I'm wondering, am I being tracked for how this assessment is being done? In the weirdest way. Not the weirdest way. In the weird is not a good word. It's a sign of me going off track. Am I being tracked in the most subtle way? Like, am I being tracked for how I move my mouse on my computer screen? Am I being tracked for how much time I spend on a page? Now, take that person who was me just now, who's worrying about being tracked or maybe even being watched through the webcam, or being recorded on the mic. You know those people exist. It might be you. It's me sometimes. Ooh, can they hear me? Can they hear me? Can they hear me? Okay, right there. Just picture the "can you hear me" guy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, they're listening. They're listening. Who's they? Oh. Take that person. Oh, he or she needs love. Love in Jesus. No, that's another path. But okay, take the person who. Oh, can they hear me? Can they hear me? Now, what is it that separates that person, the "can you hear me" person, from someone like, okay, I'm going to acknowledge that they do hear me. Okay, I'm acknowledging that they do hear me. Now I'm going to change my behavior in such a way that even though they can hear me, I will always have the upper hand. Okay, I sound crazy now. Now I sound crazy. Now that I have gotten it out of my system and imparted you with this sickness, I feel a little better. But I am onto something. We're onto something, if you want to be. So take the can they hear me? Yes, they can. Pretend they can hear you. Pretend, they're looking at you, okay? Just for a second. But now it's dangerous because okay, now you have two pathways. But can you hear me? So if you take that, oh, they can hear me, then it branches off into two, because then that person might take that to an extreme. Oh, they can hear me. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get them. No, don't hurt the they. Whoever is listening to you. See, this is where I've gone off track, and this is a sign of weakness. Perhaps I can take a book off my bookshelf at random and read something from there, and it could be relevant. Should we just try it? Might as well. Okay, this is not so much at random because he was in my thoughts the other day, so I'm gonna pick up his book. I haven't picked up his book in about a year. God, it's dusty. We got John Ashbery, actually the mentor of the Dawn that I mentioned earlier. The Dawn. Yeah, the Dawn. Okay, we're going to not so random. Okay, it's 2:54 p.m. We're going to page 254. This is bad. This is a little superstitious, but hey, the paranoia. Okay, so we're on page 254. This is not planned. Wait. Okay, I thought it was the system. I like that one. 254. You can't really see that, but just trust me. It's page 254. God, this is a nice edition. Modern Library, right? Is it Everyman? Anyway, 254. Wait, should we read a certain line or should I just read? Okay. Okay. I swear this is the first paragraph start. This is the first paragraph. Okay, I'm gonna read it. The first line. I'm not gonna start here because it's continuing from the previous page. You gotta allow me that exception. Well, this is what I get for all my plotting and precautions, but you, living free beyond me, are still to be reckoned into your own account of how it happens with you. I am afraid that you will never see your way clear through the velleities of the excursion to that other shore, eternal despite its finite nature, of acquisitions, suggestions and hints, useful, irregular, the exposed living that is going on, and of which you are a part, so that it could be said to exist only for you. You are too close to this happy state for it to matter for you. But meanwhile, I am to include everything, the furniture of this room, everyday expressions, as well as my rarest thoughts and dreams, so that you may never become aware of the scattered nature of it, and meanwhile you are it all, and my efforts are really directed toward keeping myself attached, however dimly, to it as it rolls from view, like a river which is never really there because of moving on someplace. And so the denser moments of awareness are yours, not the firm outline I believe to be mine, and which is probably a hoax as well. It contains nothing, after all, only a few notions of how life should be lived that are unusable because too general. Nothing applies to your strict handling of how the roots should be lived, without caring about the flowers and leaves that may tower over them, a subsidiary mass, some day. Only the day-to-day implications matter for you. You are right, I suppose, but there was this image as it once came to me, of its brightness being together, not hanging together, for this implies waiting to be seen, but existing as smoke, up around the bright levels of incidence, and so on up into the sky, purified from being breathed in and alive from having lost life at last, leaving rolls of experience, and they happen further down too, are filling space up as they create more space. Well, that's poetry. Well, you know me. I like my songs, so let's see if you can also churn up a song for this episode. I'm really not good at the guitar, but let's see if we can find something. Ooh, is that the first note of Better Call Saul? They call me Two-Note Tommy. That's it. I'm Two-Note Tommy. What can I say?